Hello once again, individuals, and welcome to another episode of the Kerbal Space Program. My name is Flobbert, and I am presenting today the smallest VTOL that has probably ever been built in Kerbal Space Program. Now, for VTOLs, I have a certain set of guidelines, notably that they have to carry a Kerbal and be capable of landing on the helipad without any help from the debug menu. And this little guy is just barely capable of doing it. Let me see if I can get this thing to do it on its first try. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we are off. Actually, we're not off just yet. Yeah, I had to throttle up to full there. Here we go. So you can see as we fly that this thing is incredibly tiny, especially if you put the landing gear in. Take a look. It is just barely large enough to keep Jebediah Kerman going, and indeed, pretty much all of the landing legs and such form a very nice little cushion around Jebediah's head so as to keep him securely fastened into the VTOL. We are almost halfway out of fuel. We've been going for about half a minute, which is actually not too bad. I have built some larger VTOLs that have had less relative fuel. They could stay up in the air for only a short amount of time relative to this guy, but this guy still is somewhat low on fuel, and so as a result, we will need to be heading down to the helipad just as soon as humanly possible, or as soon as Kerbally possible, I should say. So yes, that is pretty much this episode. I am going to start off the Kerbal World War in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I just needed something to do, and this is a good thing to do while you're waiting for something to do. And here we are. Jeb is safely on the helipad. First try. I will provide the download link. Have a very nice day, individuals. Like, favorite, subscribe, and share, please. And I will see you next time with another episode of the Kerbal Space Program. Peace. Wait a second, you're still here? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to respond to some of the questions that you gave me in the last episode. All right, well, I better do this quick because I don't want this running longer than the actual video itself. Martin McIntosh, Dear Flobbert, what are your plans for later videos, and are you thinking of playing other games or making a new series soon? I am planning on making a new series in the next video that I'm going to make with Legit Coconut called Kerbal World War, in which we attempt to destroy each other's crafts with style. I'm also planning on playing some other games, but I'm probably not going to make them any more than a single episode long because I love myself some Kerbal Space Program. Zincraft, Dear Flobbert, do you remember how many subscribers you got when I was beginning to follow your channel 1 year ago? I think that you were in the first 50 subscribers. I think that you were subscriber number 40 something, and many of those other early subscribers have left. So you are one of the longest lasting and loveliest subscribers that I have ever had. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. ANDJ Pan says, Dear Flobbert, we haven't seen you build anything huge with tons of Delta V, so could you try to make a huge interplanetary transfer stage? Sure, I'll do that the video after next. Colin M. Lehman, I hope I got your last name right, says, Dear Flobbert, who did you hear from first about Kerbal Space Program? I actually heard about this, I believe, in version 0.13 with An Evening with Sips. Sips from the Yogscast, and well, the rest is history. I got it a couple of days after I heard from Mr. Sips. Average Joe says, Dear Flobbert, do you prefer Elu or Dress? I would have to say Dress, actually, because it doesn't get as much love as it deserves. Dear Flobbert, have you ever been a pirate? Says Microwave Carrot. Yar, matey, I have. At least I like to think so. Cyborgable aka Pinto Gamer, says, how come all my crafts just backflip into oblivion, but yours break space-time? Practice, my friend. You need to play more Kerbal Space Program. Also, boosters are not meant to go on your spacecraft that way. I'm sorry, but they're really not. And finally, Wookie. Dear Flobbert, will you sing me a song? Prepare for some wonderfulness. Wookie, Wookie, I hate to be a bother, but I'm crazy over your latest rover. It's not the most stylish carriage, it sometimes needs repairage, but Jeb looks sweet upon the seat of a Wooks rover made for three. The end! Thank you for watching. Bye for now.